Yes, Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulation. I know I spoiled a lot in Justice for all the previous video, so I'll try my best to not spoil as much in this video. With that said, I don't really need to spoil much because in the end, I just like it. It's a fun game and I like each and every case in this game. But with that said, why did I play the third one when I didn't like the second one? Simple answer is, I was bored. The internet was down and I had an impulse buying of all three games in the WiiWare. Well, more so the first one was already bought and then I bought the other two later because I liked the first one. You get the idea. But when I finished the second one, the internet wasn't up still. So I said, why not? I'll just play the third one. And I tried it. And I'm glad I did. You play as... Objection! Wait, Mia Fey? What? This is very interesting because you still play Phoenix Wright as your main character moving on and all that jazz, but at the beginning you play as Mia because, well, you're actually defending Phoenix Wright as a very first case, which is... damn! We still have the whole thing of showing the evidence, profile, pressing, you get the idea. So I want to take this moment to talk about the music in this game. You probably heard them in my previous videos, but each game has their own different music for courtroom days. Cross-examination, objection, cornered being the main ones. I personally like the original one the best, but when it comes to the trilogy and all that, but I don't dislike the new ones either. I say it's fine and I won't complain about it at the end of the day. Also, this is where the first case of every game starts being long. Not as long as other cases in the game, mind you. Still the shortest one to others, but now it takes at least 2 hours to beat it. Justice for All also had the same idea and concept, but I think it's still fast enough to be a tutorial case. This one just shows you what to do and let you find a solution at the end of the day. It's like, okay, here you go. All up to you now, buddy. And well, I have already said I like this game. I like how you can investigate it, and if you can't, you know, there's a valid reason to it. The case is amazing. It's the weakest link and all that jazz. But there's always a weakest link in Ace Attorney franchise, and well, yeah, I just like it. It's a better experience than the second and first one as well, I would say. If I have one big complaint though, which is pretty different from the majority of people who likes this game as well, let's just say I don't love the prosecutor of this game, Godot. Well, that's somewhat a lie. I mean, I get why people love him. He's a very cool dude with a coffee or Dixon. I wouldn't be surprised if people like him solely for that reason. I personally prefer the iced tea. Okay, wannabe. I like why he is here and why he hates Phoenix Wright, but at the same time, I don't like him enough to talk much about him. Does that make sense? I don't have the right word for it, but he's, for me, not as likable as others tend to be for him. I won't spoil it, but something about Godot doesn't sit well enough for me. Maybe because he's egocentric, but then you can say the same thing to all the prosecutors in the franchise, and I do like most of them. Edward is a good example of it, despite being the least egocentric of them all. Also, side note, there's a whole complaint about how to pronounce Godot, whatever. I'm just gonna say Godot because it rolls with me better, each of its own, okay? Anyway, I think the only complaint I have is the Maxi Mask case. It wasn't bad, just the weakest link of the game. Let's just say they barely got away with some annoying characters and investigating evidence for me. It made me annoyed, but only for like few seconds or so. And of course, the final case is the best of them all because everything is connected. Everything we played from the previous two games, this game, why it's connected, the end of the whole trilogy, everything is connected, and you just have to play to know why I like it so much. What I will say is that I like these subtle things in the character's behavior. Father and daughter's hand grab is the obvious, but you can also see when Edward was young, he was in a position for that habit, but didn't. That's very, very, very cool to see that he's adopted, but he took some inspiration and it's good. Not to mention Mia and Phoenix deck slam pose is basically the same, and same can be said for pointing with the index finger. It's good. It's good. I like that it feels influenced. And Goddard's cup slam is just so cool. Impossible, but so cool. His cup is freaking strong if it can handle that slam. I wonder what it's made of though. And with that, the trilogy is done. I completed all the games, got all the achievements, and planning to get the highest badge in Steam profile once I have money to do so. Once I have money. With that said, we are done with the trilogy. I have completed all the quests, I have gotten all the achievements in the whole achievement list team and everything. And overall, I like the trilogy. It has a special place in my heart. And yes, I do complain about it, but I complain about it because I love it so much. And the developers didn't actually wanted to make more, or from what I heard, they didn't wanted to make more. And understandably, I didn't mind there was not going to be more, but at the same time, I wanted more as well. And it looks like I wasn't the only one. The fans wanted more as well. So, next time, with a new trilogy, new lawyers, and new cases, we're going to be talking about Apollo Justice, Ace Attorney. Court, it's adjourned.